After an accident or injury, you have a lot of questions, and that's why we have our own legal expert here to answer those questions for you. Phil Harding is Colorado's best legal expert. It's so good to see you on a Friday. It's always fun to have you in the studio.
Well, thanks. Good to be here.
You know, you've been on so much, people feel like, you are their attorney, and they listen to your advice a lot. I mean, you've kind of walked us through and explained what to do after an accident, how to best present the case, and oftentimes we've talked about if you're going to settle. But what about, walking us through, because I don't know if you've done this yet, if you've walked people through, kind of the steps when they decide to take you on as their attorney, and you take them on.
That's a great question. I did realize that this week, and I thought, what a better way for our viewers to understand how a case works than if we start from the initial steps after you hire an attorney. My firm starts off by defining the parties.
Defining the parties. I mean, that seems kind of cut and dry. It seems simple, is it?
It seems like it's really simple, but it can get confusing.
Okay.
So I want to touch on this, talk a little bit about the other side's insurance and your insurance.
Okay.
So let's look at this. We have a graphic, and what it is, here's property damage. The person that caused the accident may be responsible to repair your vehicle, but you can have your own insurance company fix your car or pay for it if it's totaled out.
Okay.
Remember, your insurance company needs to be nice to you. The other side's insurance company has a duty to protect its insured. Now, this won't raise, a lot of people want to say, is this going to raise my insurance rates if I go through my insurance company? And it's not going to, because your insurance company is going to go back against the at-fault party and collect what they've paid out. Next is bodily injury. The other side's insurance will write one check at the very end. Don't believe them when the other side said that they're going to pay for your medical bills and they want you to sign a release, or they want you to send your medical bills. The other side will not pay for your medical bills as they come in. Remember, they pay once, only once, with one check at the end when the case is done.
Okay.
No more. Now, your car insurance has medical payments on it that will pay for medical bills as they come in. Also, if the person who ran into you has no or little insurance, then you have what's known as UMUIM. Remember, UMUIM stands for uninsured, underinsured coverage.
Right.
In this case, if the person who runs into you doesn't have any or very little insurance, your UMUIM will step in. Remember, UMUIM and MedPay are automatically on your car insurance. We talk about it all the time, unless you signed a waiver. Next, let's look at this next thing, umbrella. This adds additional coverage on top of someone's limits. Now, you got to pay extra for this umbrella, but usually it adds $1 million or more onto any coverage that's out there.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
That is quite a bit. Finally, I talk to my clients about the other side's insurance company. Now, you got to cooperate with your own insurance company, but the other sides don't cooperate with them. You have a duty. You shouldn't do it at all. And if there are any statements, then you go through our office.
Yeah, I definitely have learned that from you. It's like,
right.
Don't tell the other side anything. You just talk to your own side. Now, what is the next step?
Okay, I want to talk a bit more about who pays for your medical bills. If you have insurance, I instruct our clients to continue to use their health insurance. Once you're done seeking medical treatments, your health insurance will want to get back from you what they've paid out. This is known as subrogation. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
One additional step that I tell my client is that the health insurance company is only entitled to the amount that the doctor or hospital billed, not the amount, I'm sorry.
Not the
it was vice versa.
Okay.
I was so confused. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about this. And
this
is going to clear everything up.
Okay.
All right. Now, we've gone over this before, and here's a real billing from Swedish for a surgery. Now, if you look on the left side, the hospital billed $29,352. Your attorney should get this $29,000 from the person that injured you, their insurance company. The subrogation amount, remember the amount that you need to pay back to your health insurance, look to the far right. You see that on the screen?
The $6,000?
$6,056. This amount needs to be paid back from the $29,000 that you're going to get from the other side. See, this is just one reason why you shouldn't send your medical bills to the other side. The other side's insurance only gets to know about that $29,000, not that $6,000 that you have to pay back. We tell our clients to continue to use their health insurance because if the medical bills are sent to the wrong place, like the other sides, they're going to sit on it. They're not going to write you a check, and they're not going to be paying anything. Your health insurance, at that point, if it's too late out there, they don't have to pay for it. Your health insurance only has to pay for medical bills if they get in a certain amount of time. So if you send it to the other side and think that they're paying for it, you may have to pay $29,000 on that.
Instead of 6.
Instead
that's
of 6, right.
Insane. I mean, I just think it's so shocking. Like, if you get bad advice from the other side and you follow it, I mean, it could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. It is shocking.
Yeah, and that's in just that one
Right.
individual
Yeah.
step.
So what is the next thing then you tell people?
Yeah, we tell our clients about the legal principle of mitigation of damages. And I want to describe this. Let's say you go to your doctor and your doctor says, hey, I want you to go to physical therapy. For instance, and if you go through physical therapy and you say, that isn't helping me that much, if that treatment's not working for you, go back and tell your doctor that it isn't working so you can find the correct treatment. We tell our clients, also some other things. In an auto accident, you got 3 years from the date of the car injury to either settle or file a lawsuit. Although, most cases settle before the filing of a lawsuit. You got to go through this, you got to work it, and you got to try to settle the case. Now, our firm will not settle a case until someone has reached what's known as maximum medical improvement. Everyone calls it MMI. And now this is at the point where your doctors say, you know what, you're done treating and you're back to 100%, or you're at the best you're going to get. You're going to have the pain for the rest of your life.
Okay, so anything else? Because that's quite a bit of information.
That is
Any
quite a
other
bit.
tidbits?
Well,
please?
we have tons that we can go over, and so
Okay.
let's see how much we can talk
right.
about. There may be liens out there from your medical providers, and now these liens either are ones that you signed or they could be statutory, and let's talk about statutory ones. These are hospital liens for services provided in connection with your auto accident. With with our client's authority, we will attempt to negotiate down how much is paid in that subrogation if they ask us to. But we have to honor those subrogations that are out there. We also talk to our clients about specific timetables. We don't want them to have in their minds, you know what, this case is going to settle in 2 months, and then they're still treating. We don't want them to have an unrealistic expectation of when that is. So don't set up yourself for a fall thinking, I need that money next month.
This is why we love having you on, because you are so realistic. You really, kind of help us keep our ducks in a row, so we appreciate that. Now, if you have any questions for our legal expert, Phil, just go to our website, kwgn.com. Click on Colorado's Best. You're going to see Phil's photo there. It's on the right. Just click on it, and you could submit your questions to him personally. He takes the time to answer them all, personally and confidentially. And to reach Harding & Associates directly, write this number down. It's 303-762-9500. You can also get a free consultation anytime, and you can go online for more information at hlaw.org. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
Well, still ahead on Colorado's Best, Acorn